So the Acolyte getting canceled just feels like another misstep for Disney Star Wars. I mean, fans were excited for something fresh and different, especially with Carrie-Anne Moss in the cast. The whole dark side focus had so much potential, but then she's barely in it. And now, hearing she's just, well, unbothered by the whole cancellation, that kind of stings for fans who were counting on her involvement to be significant.
Right? It's almost like a slap in the face to people who tuned in specifically because of her. The marketing made her seem central, and then boom, she's hardly in the series and her character just disappears. Her casual attitude towards the show ending so soon is like, wow. But I get that to an actor, it's just another project. It's just that we as fans invest so much more emotionally.
Exactly. And then there's Lee Jung-Jae's response, totally different vibe. You can tell he was actually disappointed. He really connected with his character, Master Son, and probably wanted to see where the story could go. That kind of passion is what we want from people involved in Star Wars. We want them to be as into it as we are, or at least to care about the impact of a cancellation.
Yeah, you can tell Lee would have loved to keep going. It's refreshing to see an actor who sees the potential in Star Wars beyond a paycheck, especially since The Acolyte had fans who were hoping it would grow and evolve. For us, every cancellation just adds to the frustration. You know, like they announce all these projects and then leave them to gather dust. Why even bother hyping them up in the first place?
Seriously, Disney's done this with other projects too: Rogue Squadron, the Rian Johnson trilogy, and now The Acolyte. It's like they keep putting out teasers and casting announcements only to pull the rug out from under us. With a franchise this big, you'd think they'd have a clear direction, but it feels like we're getting more canceled projects than actual stories.
And it just makes you wonder about the decision-making at Disney. There's this constant cycle of building up fan expectations and then not delivering. And Carrie-Anne Moss's "oh well, on to the next role" approach just highlights the disconnect between what fans expect and what actors might feel. Not saying she needs to be as passionate as the fans, but it does make the whole project feel, I don't know, hollow.
That's exactly it. Fans want to feel like there's a purpose behind these stories, that there's more at stake than just filling a role in right now. It feels like the franchise is just floundering. It's rough seeing actors like Lee genuinely care and then knowing a project they believed in was tossed aside. Meanwhile, Carrie-Anne's pragmatism shines a light on just how routine these things can be for actors, but for us, we're left with the emotional aftermath of another Star Wars idea gone down the drain.
Totally. It all feels so unfinished. Like when you're dealing with a franchise with fans this invested, cancellation isn't just a business move. It's like throwing away a piece of what fans were hoping to see brought to life. And now all we're left with is a sense of wasted potential yet again.